Hi, my name is Ranshir Singh Kaler, and my app is called DebateForge, a web app to solve educational gaps in poorly funded schools. So, according to a Stanford research paper, they found that students that go to rich schools or schools that are more funded, those kids are 4 times more likely to succeed than students that go to schools that are poorly funded. Isn't that crazy? It is, right? Well, the reason why that happens is because those rich kids, the ones that go to the rich schools, those kids are able to practice, are able have to have more resources, and therefore they can engage in more activities, which help them build their critical thinking skills. And one of those activities is debate. These lower income students, they do not have the resources in order to do good in debate or to develop these critical thinking uh, life skills which help them succeed, and hence that's why there's the 4 times gap. And that is what DebateForge wants to solve. DebateForge is basically an AI powered debate coach. These schools do not have the funding for a real debate coach since they're poorly funded, but the rich schools they do, and hence they're good at debate. And they can build more life skills, and then there's a success gap and things like that. DebateForge solves that because it provides you an AI powered coach so that you don't need a coach, and therefore you don't need any money, and they can still develop the life skills in order to succeed, and which comes from debate. And here's the development overview. This is the web app, so I used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for front end, and then I used Node.js for a back end, and I used the ChatGPT API model in order to link it to the back end so that you guys can use AI for this for your coach. Anyways, here's the app. Here's a web app. So it's called DebateForge, and here's this practice arena where there's a debate topic. I already have one here. Social media does more harm than good, and then there's different drills where you can see like the different types of like things that you can practice in order to do good in debate. These are all critical things that you need in order to do good in debate. And then you can paste in your argument, and it can also be your speech if you want. And this is my argument: social media causes addiction in kids, and this is the topic. And therefore, then when you click this get feedback button, wait for it, wait for it, bam. It does this. It gives you these key feedback points, and these are AI generated. That came in like less than 10 seconds. That's why this is so good. And therefore it gives you these good points in order to help you improve, and it gives you next steps to make it even better, and it gives you like a steelman argument, which is basically a better version of the argument you gave. And there's also a timer, so you can like time your speech while using the web app so that you get better like as you're doing these drills. And then overall, this is probably the coolest part, this progress overview where there's like a really good visual to show like how good your speech is or how good your argument is, and then where you're lacking and where you need to do better. So obviously I'm pretty good at Clash, which is 75 out of 100, by the way. So it's out of 100, but then I'm lacking in evidence or weighing and things like that. Then at the bottom there's this practice history, and then over here we have these total drills and a current streak per day when you log in, so it's like an incentive in order for you to do it. And then the average score is 67.1, and it's based on all of these things which are out of 100 as well. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.